Okay, so today the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add the details to our rotoscope that we created. And what that could be is if you were pretending you were holding a lightsaber, or you're walking and you want to have lines or rainbows come out, or those different cool things. That's what we're going to add today, is by adding those layers. Now when you open up the animation app, you might come up to somebody else's project. Good habit when you're done with your project is to always touch that gallery button, and it brings you back to the whole gallery of every single piece of artwork or animation that has been on your particular iPad. And that way you're not editing somebody else's. So when you go into yours, you just touch it. And what we need to do today is you're going to be adding those features but on a different layer. So when you touch those three lines, you're going to see two layers on here. And if it ever helps you, you can always label the layer. So like this could be my, animation, or you could label it feet, and this you could label, you just double tap it, you could label video, if that's helpful to you. You don't have to do that. It's entirely up to you. Now, to add a new layer, you're going to touch that plus sign. So when you touch a plus sign, a new layer comes on. And what you want to do is you want to move it above or under your animation. So if you want it to be underneath your animation, then you can do that. If you want it to be above your animation, then you would slide it. And you could play around with that. I think because I want my feet to be the ones stepping on the animation, I'm going to keep it underneath of it. But you can't put it under the video. And we can play around with it. We'll see how this goes. So on this one, if you touch the animation, you're going to be drawing on your animation layer. Make sure you're on your new one, okay? So this one, just for our purposes, I'm going to label it the details. And that'll help me. So if you're ever curious, what am I drawing on? You want to double check by touching those three lines. Okay, so one of the things I want you to do is you're going to touch your video layer, and I want you to touch the eye that has the red through it. And by doing that, you're hiding this layer, which is really nice. And then you're going to go back to your label layer, which I had as details, sorry. And now you're going to see your animation, which is really nice. So you're going to get to see this, and you're not going to have to worry about your video background. So on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and I think I'm going to start off with nothing on this one. But as my feet start to move, maybe I'll do it this way. I'm going to have something cool come out. So maybe I would love to have a fun line like this. And I'm going to start by drawing, and I go back on my paintbrush here. And yeah, that's the right size. I'm going to start by drawing a line like this. And maybe I have these cool things kind of coming through, right? We'll see. And then I touch the next one, and you can see where those lines were. So I'm going to draw them longer now, and maybe they're going to spiral differently, which is kind of cool. And this is what you're adding. And remember, you can zoom out, make it easier on yourself. And they're coming. Okay. And now my feet are really moving, so maybe I'm going to switch to a different color, and I'll touch the purple, and it's going to switch to this. And maybe now they're going to shrink down, and they're going to go completely up to you. Maybe you want rainbows, maybe you want something else coming out. Who knows? It changes colors, which is fun. Okay, so you can always play back and see how it's looking. Right? So add in those features and keep going with it. When you're done adding in what you want to add in for your rotoscope animation, what you're going to do is touch Gallery, and then you're going to touch the Share button. And then from there, I will show you in the next video what to do.